Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel back at it again with a new deck video. A lot of people requested this deck, so I'm gonna do it. Today we're doing Crocodile, the blue-purple one. So this deck won a 50-man win a case, half a case tournament or something. And now apparently everyone wants to play this deck. So yeah, the leader, pretty cool, Crocodile, iconic villain. Effect is Don 1, so it needs one Don attached. When you activate an event, you may draw one card. If you have 4 or less cards in your hand and haven't drawn a card using this leader's effect during this turn. So basically, once a turn, you can just draw a card if you're 4 or less, if you activate an event. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent effect, not really all too special. But yeah, apparently the deck is loved by people and it's Crocodile, and it's better than a blue mono Crocodile. So let's go straight into the profile. Hey you, you're probably not subscribed because 88% of you guys are not subscribed. And if you don't want me to rip Boa, you should subscribe. For our 1 cost, we are playing only 3 Law from the Warlords of the 7th Sea starter deck. It's your 1 cost blocker, there's no counter, so you don't really want to play a lot of them. You could play to 4 and cut some other cards, really depends on what you want to. Next card is we play 4 times Alfida. So basically we use it for the 2k counter. The effect sometimes comes up, Don 1, so it needs 1 Don attached. When attacking, you may trash a card from your hand, return up to 1 of your opponent's cards, or opponent's characters, with a cost or 3 to the hand, so basically just a bounce. But primarily you just want to use it for the 2k counter. Now we go into our 3 cost characters. We play 3 times the Flamingo from OP01. It's a blocker, and on play, look at the path cards of your deck, place them in any order you want, at the top or bottom, so basically you know what you will draw. A really good card. It's a staple in Doffy, and it's also good in here because you know what you will draw next turn, or draw by its effect, or some other card effects that draw cards. So you always know what you will get in your hand. Really good for the event, so you can utilize his effect. Next card in the deck, and probably the best card in the deck, is Miss All Sunday, aka... No, wait, I'm not gonna spell. Anyway, Miss All Sunday from the Baroque Works. Really good card. It's a blocker, and on KO, you can add a event card from your trash to your hand. So the only requirement is that it needs to be a Baroque Work leader, and it's this. So basically on the KO you can just get a event card back to your hand. Really good card, best card in the deck. I decided to play it on 3 because I needed to have some space for other cards, but if you want to cut, I will tell you what to cut so you can play 4 of them. Next card in the deck is Boa Hancock. It's a blocker and Don 1, so it needs 1 Don attached again. You can draw a card if you have 5 or less. So on block and on attack. So when it attacks, when it blocks, you can draw a card if you have 5 or less cards in your hand. And can we just appreciate the Boa alt art? Really nice. But yeah, really good card. You draw cards because this deck discards some cards. So you want to draw cards, of course. And you can draw with this into your Don Quixote the Flamingo because you know the top 5 cards. Next card, 4 cost, is Dracul Mihawk. Basically, it's just a 2k counter, and its effect is also pretty handy in this deck. Don 1, so it needs 1 Don attached. When attacking, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards. So basically, if you trash events, and you play Miss All Sunday, and they hit Miss All Sunday, it KOs from field to trash, you can just get a event back. Or some other cards, really depends on what you want to play. Because we also play 2 times Gecko Moria. Really good card. We want to play it 2 times because we don't really want to see this card a lot, but when you see it, it's going to be perfect. On play, add 1 7 Warlords of the Sea or Thriller Bark Pirate type character with a cost or 4 or less, other than Gecko Moria, from your trash to your hand, so you can recycle the cards like Dracul Mihawk to get counter. You can just get it back and some other cards. So yeah, basically you play like 6 of each cards because these can get 2 other cards back. Next card, 2 times only, is Jimbei. On play, place 1 character with a cost 3 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. So annoying cards say goodbye, they go to the bottom of the deck, and they will probably not see it unless you have a grindy matchup. But yeah, good card, no counter, so you want to play it at 2, because as you can see, no counter. You can play it at 4, but 4 is risky. I would prefer that play at 2, and I would recommend playing at 2. Next card is our big boy. It is Dracul Mihawk, the 9-drop. On play, place one character with a cost or 7 or less to the bottom of your opponent's deck. So basically, the remover for the blocker is a skit. Probably the hardest matchup for this entire deck, the blocker kit. And yeah, it's your high body, it's 9k, so just if it survives, next turn you can boost it up and you can just swing over any cards that are problematic. Next card, and this card is pretty dope. It is Jack. So yeah, we are playing the hand destruction deck. So it's not really all too heavy on the destruction deck, but you have like 8 cards who destroy cards in their hand. But yeah, alt art insane. It got priced up very big because, like I said, this deck topped a PPG event with 6 or more. This is not the same build that person used, by the way. It's my own build, but yeah. Jack, when attacking, Don -1. Your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand. So basically, you reduce their hand size. And if they all have good cards, you're forced to throw a good card away. So, really good card. It has a counter. It's 3/4. So you wanna play this as soon as possible. On release, this card was like 10 euros or something. And now it's like 40, 50 euros. Because it won one single not official event. This entire deck spiked up. The leader is also very expensive now. It's almost like 90 euros. And it used to be like 30. I bought this for 30 euros. So, I'm lucky. But yeah, next card in the deck. And this is the card I said you can cut. We play 2 Babanuki. It's a 5 cost 7,000. It has 1,000 counter. This is just a vanilla beater. So that you don't waste all your dons on a summon. Or on a play card. And then you can just use some event cards or some other cards. But yeah, you play this because it's a big body. And you could remove this card at maybe a law, the blocker. So you have 4, and the Miss All Sunday, so you have 4/4. But this deck needs more high cost cards in my opinion, because we play a lot of low level ones. For our next card is we play X-Drake. 2k counter, and on play Don 1, so minus Don 1 I mean. On play -1. Your opponent trashes a card from their hand. So the same as Jack, but this is on play. Jack is when attacking, but this is a 2k counter, so you primarily want to use it for the 2k counter. But still, the effect comes up for the hand destruction part of the deck. I hope we get more hand destruction cards, will be pretty funny. And for our other, kinda high cost is we play 2 times King from the starter deck. On play, Don -1, so remove 1 Don from your entire field. It doesn't matter where it is. It can be here, it can be active, it can be rested, it can be on your characters, whatever. You can use your entire field. Don -1. Let me read because I forgot its effect. KO one of your opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less. Wow, I forgot its effect and I'm a Kaido main. But yeah, no counter. It's 6 cost, 7, and you can just remove a 4 or less from the field. Good card. And our big boy again is we play 2 we played 2 starter deck Kaidos. It's the super pre-release version because Max Pimp, you know it. But yeah, on play, Don -5. You can return 5 Dons from anywhere on the field back to your Don deck. And then it gets the effect. You can destroy a character with 6 or less on the field, and then it gains Rush. You don't need to destroy anything to gain a Rush effect. So basically, just Don -5. You can destroy and Rush, but they don't need to be together. So if you don't destroy, you can still Rush. Good card, good to end games with or to swing over high cost characters, and also more board removal. And now we go into our event package of the deck. So this is where the deck shines. We play 4 Blast Breath. Yeah, it's a 1 cost 4k counter. I mean, you use 1 and then you Don -1. So basically it's a 2 cost. Okay. It's still a 1 cost, but you have to remove a Don away. It gains 4,000 counter. Really good. And if you use it, you can draw a card. And our last events are the Love Mellows. Counter plus 4,000. If you have 3 cards or less, you can draw a card. And then with your leader, you can draw. So if you have 3 cards, no, let me do it like this. So say you have 4 cards. Your leader has 1 Don attached. You have 2 Dons open. You use this. Now because you have 3 cards in hand, you draw 1, and then your leader draws 1, because then you have 4, and your leader can only draw if it has 4 or less. And this has 3 or less. So if you have 3, you can draw. So you have 4, and then your leader draws your 5th card, your 5th card. So yeah, it's a pretty cool leader. I love the artwork, like I said. It's iconic. It's Crocodile, our first real villain in the... not really first, but our first big villain in the anime. Yeah, I don't really think this deck is also good, in my opinion. It's okay. Sure, it can win some games, but this deck really has a lot of hard matchups. Against blue, it's hard. Against purple, it's hard. Against Kit, I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't really played much with this deck against Kit. And yeah, Luffy is also a problem. But it's a fun deck. You can definitely play some games. You can definitely win some, but don't take this deck to a big event like the Treasure Cup. Well, you could do it, so then we can easily win from you, but still. It's a fun deck, and yeah, I don't know. In the future, it might be good. It might even be worse, but still, Crocodile iconic. You can definitely play it. It's a fun deck. You can do some really fun stuff with all these cards. You can definitely change it, because there is not a correct way to build this deck, in my opinion. You have the control variant, you have the hand destruction variant, and you have the smooshed variant with all the cards together. But yeah, I guess that's enough for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, give it a thumbs down if you dislike it, and subscribe to me for even more One Piece content. Soon I will make some real life duels, or maybe even some local duels from the top cut, top tables, or just some duels in general against friends. Yeah, if you have any other ideas to how to build this deck, just let me know in the comments. And to that dude who commented way back to how I should make this deck, I will totally test it out, but I haven't got to try yet, but I will totally test your Crocodile blue-purple deck out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.